And finally, we are here for the UEFA Conference League final. Will be taking place here for tonight in Lisbon. As I am Gary Walker, and I am your presenter for the Conference League final taking place between Padres Impact as they take on against Newcastle United. And before we get to the game, let's look at the journey on how these two teams got to the final here in Lisbon for tonight. So the road to the journey of the Conference League final for Padres Impact, first of all, as they came first in their group. They beat Panathinaikos in the two legs by 3-0 on aggregate in the round of 16. And also Saldrios won by 7-1 in the quarterfinals of the Conference League. And also Bayern Leverkusen was the ones that Padres faced in the semi-finals of the Conference League, and they beat Leverkusen by 2-1 to send Padres into the finals here for tonight. As for Newcastle, they came first in their group stages. They played FC Dnipro and won 7-0 on aggregate in the two legs of the round of 16. Then they took on AS Roma and won 4-3 on penalties, as it was a draw between the two teams in the two legs in the quarterfinals. And then they beat Villarreal 4-2 on aggregate in the semi-finals of the Conference League. And let's get straight now to the coverage here in Lisbon for Padres Impact as they face here against Newcastle United. A big game between these two sides, and who will come up on top in the game right here, right now, for the Conference League for tonight. And we are finally here, ladies and gentlemen, for the Conference League final in Lisbon, as we do have Padres Impact as they take on against Newcastle United. There's a lot to play for here for Newcastle, and a lot to play for Padres Impact in terms of who will lift the UEFA Conference League trophy by the end of the game. There's a lot to play for here between these two sides, especially for Newcastle. Have not won any major silverware for the first time since 1955. 70 years without no major trophy, and could it all change under Eddie Howe's management for Newcastle to win the Conference League here tonight, or could Padres Impact win it instead in Lisbon for this evening? So Newcastle team, we've got Pope, Shah, Dummett, Lascelles, Kraft, Murphy, Longstaff, Almiron, Guimaraes, Alan Saint-Maximin, and also Joelinton for the Newcastle team. But as of the opposition here for looks like a Padres Impact, as we do have Lloris, Conti, Kaiher, Alderweireld, Lex, Tillemans, Malcolm, Slidana, Zinedine Zidane, Cantona, and also Lacazette. And the two teams look ready, and the two teams are prepared for this major final here in the Europa Conference League between Newcastle representing Britain and Padres representing the Republic States for this Conference League final here for tonight. And here we go. Let's get it underway right now for the game as Newcastle kick things off first for the Conference League final. And now here's Bruno Guimaraes, lost it back here now to Malcolm. And now here's Eric Cantona. And now lost it back here now to Newcastle here now. Here's to Kraft. Nice ping all the way here now to Kaiher. Now Zinedine Zidane. Now is Toby Alderweireld now. Here's to Nicolas Laidana. Nice pass there now to Tillemans. Now to Eric Cantona. Pass there now to Lacazette. Lacazette shoots, and a goal from Lacazette. Did not take long one bit for Padres Impact to put themselves in the lead here in Lisbon for the Conference League final. As we know, Padres Impact have never won, let's say, a European trophy. They have not done that since the 1980s, the last time Padres have won a major European trophy. That was the UEFA Cup at the time Padres won. Never won, let's say, the European Cup, but won themselves the UEFA Cup back in those days. And maybe it's a chance for them to try and win something here over Newcastle, as Lacazette has put Padres Impact in the lead. And what an amazing strike right there from that man right there to put Padres in front in the game. And now let's get straight now the kickoff underway. Getting back into the game here. And now all the way. Now Joelinton. And now Remy Lex. Nicolas Laidana. Now Willock. Now it's Joelinton. Now Alanson Maximan. Now here's Toby Alderweireld now to Zinedine Zidane. Now is Yuri Tillemans. Now here's to Cantona. Nice pass there now to Zidane. Shoots and oh, that could have been a goal right there. It really could have been a goal there to make it 2-0 for Padres, but that's gone wide for a goal kick here for Newcastle in the match. But good chance though from him to score by, but he has gone for a goal kick though. It's a goal kick here in the game for Padres' impact in the match. Header there bouncing. Now here's to Kraft. Header now bouncing there back to Zidane. Now here's Yuri Tillemans. Now all the way there now to Kraft. Now is Bruno Guimaraes. Joelinton. Now Alanson Maximan. That's a foul. Free kick's been given. So a free kick has been given, by the way, here as Alanson Maximan was taken out here by, looks like, from Toby Alderweireld for Padres' impact in the match. And now there's a free kick here though. So Maximan shoots. Oh, it's gone to the keeper. And now all the way here now. Clears away there from Padres. Now Cantona down to Zidane. Nice pass there to Lacazette. Shoots. Oh, massive chance there to hopefully go 2-0 up, but it looks like it's going to be a goal kick instead. Nice shot though from him. And now it's going to be a goal kick in the matchup here for Newcastle in the game. Goal kick here. Nick Pope will take it. And he boots the ball that way. Header there all slightly. But now here's to back Newcastle here again. Longstaff. Obviously Newcastle's a great achievement, of course, for them to actually get to the Conference League final and hopefully try to win a European trophy. Could be really good for them, hopefully, for Eddie Howe's men. Never won a European trophy or any trophy, actually, for major trophies since 1955. And Newcastle's always been that mid-table Premiership side, never compete for anything big. But this season they qualified for the Conference League when they came 7th last season. And Newcastle had a very good journey to get to the European final, and they are behind here by 1-0. Could have been 2-0 right there, but saved right there from Pope. And now a corner's been given here for Padres' impact in the game. As our cross into the box here now for Padres. Header away there from Newcastle. Now here's to Joelinton. And now lost it back now to Toby Alderweireld. Now here's to Cantona, and it's gone wide. Massive chance right there for a goal, but it's been offside, by the way, there for Padres. So there's going to be a free kick, by the way, involved in this match. Free kick here for Padres in this matchup so far. We've got 2 minutes left until half-time. 2 minutes left until half-time. And the whistle blows for the break at half-time, guys, ladies and gentlemen, as Padres Impact take the league in the League Conference League final as it ends 1-0 at the break. We're back here for the second half, and here we go between here Newcastle and Padres Impact as Padres obviously take the lead in the break, and they're 45 minutes away from maybe winning, potentially a European trophy. And now Lacazette goes for a chance again, but good defending there from Newcastle. Here's to Zidane, and it's gone all the way now out there for a goal kick here now for Newcastle. So a massive chance right there for him to score by, but that's good, obviously there way out wide. Definitely now out for a goal kick here in the match. So Nick Pope will take it, and he boots the ball out away. Header there, bouncing slightly here. Now here's to Alanson Maximan. Now here's to Kraft. Now Bruno Guimaraes. Lost it. Oh, won it back here again here for Newcastle. Now here's to Wilson, maybe. Good defending. Could be a chance here for Maximan. Oh my God, Newcastle trying to get back in level this match up in this European final, but Good save right there from Hugo Lloris to stop that from going to the back of the net. Here's down to Conte. And now here's to Cantona. Now to Lacazette. And now chance here now, pass to Conte. Cross into the box here, could be. And, clearance. And Padres Impact for next season will be qualifying themselves anyways in the Europa League next season. Didn't do well in terms of not finishing the top 4 of the Premier League. So they'll be missing out on that, as they missed out on that final day of the season. They came 5th in the league and they'll play Europa League anyways. For Newcastle, they could win this game and get to the Europa League, however, if they win the Conference League. But if they don't, they might get still another way back into this competition again for next season in the Conference League again, Newcastle. Another consecutive season in the Conference League if they lose here, the final here for this evening, because Newcastle came 8th or 9th in the league. And obviously we know Liverpool, of course, could win themselves that Champions League. And that will mean that if they win the Champions League, Liverpool will be 6 teams. Added, of course, Chelsea and Everton in the Europa League. And Newcastle play Europa Conference League again for another season if Liverpool do a favour and win the Champions League on Saturday. So that's the stipulation right there in terms of European qualification for next season. But here's Cantona now. Okay, that's going to be, looks like now a foul has been given and a free kick here. It looks like a free kick for Padres Impact in the match. So, bit of a double challenge there. Was it Kieran Clark did slightly take him out there. So there's going to be, looks like now a free kick here now for Padres Impact. And now here's to Tillemans. And now Malcolm. And that's going to be now definitely offside has been given. Definitely offside their approach. So will be a free kick here now for, looks like, from Padres Impact here this match. And now Nick Pope will take it. And he boots the ball away now, away from danger. Now header bouncing slightly here. Now here's to Lacazette. Now to Tillemans. And now all the way there to Bruno Guimaraes. Share. Now all the way there now, a clearance away. Now Shah. Now Kaya. Whistle blow any minute now for full time maybe. And it is all over, and Padres Impact have won the Europa Conference League final here in 2025. And what a win there for them. Only 1 goal scored by Lacazette in the first half was enough for Padres to win the Europa Conference League of 2025. And that is a massive win for Padres Impact to do so here in Lisbon. And what a goal from Lacazette at the start of the matchup. As the 2025 Conference League champions, Padres Impact. A win for Padres Impact, their first ever European trophy they've won for the first time since 1991 when they won the UEFA Cup at the time. And Padres Impact have got a little bit of glory days now in European football this season and win the whole entire Europa Conference League competition. And a major win for them, and that will definitely place them, of course, in the Europa League for next season anyway. So, and that'll be it from us here on RBC Sports. From myself here today, Gary Walker, and we'll be back, of course, on Saturday for the RFA Kings Cup final between Goldfield and the Georgington Red Devils. But until then, have a very good night, everyone.